Hello and welcome back. This is your host Harshit Sinha from DRHs channel with another interesting topic on waste management related to construction and demolition resulted from the development sector. India's rapid urbanization and infrastructure growth have led to surge in demolition and construction, that is C&D waste, posing significant challenges of waste management. C&D waste include concrete bricks, asphalt, metal, wood, and plaster, often generated during the construction, renovation, or demolition activities. The country generates approximately 150 million tons of C&D waste annually, but less than 1% is recycled, highlighting an urgent need for sustainable solution. The improper management of C&D waste has led to adverse effects on the environment, public health, and urban infrastructure. As cities grow and the demand for the infrastructure development intensify, addressing the management of C&D waste has become a priority for policymakers and environmentalists. In this context, it is essential to understand the current status of C&D waste management in India, the different types of C&D waste produced, and the challenges faced in its effective management. Now, let us explore the topic in detail. Now, let us review the current status of the construction and demolition waste in India and understand the various factors influencing it. First, India's rapid urbanization has significantly contributed to an increase in the construction and demolition waste. The country's construction sector is expanding at a fast pace, driven by infrastructure projects, real estate development, and urban renewal initiative. It is estimated that India has generated about 150 million tons of C&D waste annually, but only a fraction is processed for reuse or recycling. The second is related to the economic impact of managing C&D waste is substantial. Proper waste management can reduce construction costs through material recovery, recycling, and reuse. Recycling concrete, steel, and other material lowers dependency on the raw resources, contributing to circular economy. However, improper disposal of C&D waste leads to insufficient resource use, increased cost for waste management, and environmental degradation. The third is related with the environmental concern associated with C&D waste are significant. Improper disposal contributes to air pollution, clogged drains, and groundwater contamination. Additionally, the depletion of the landfills and the illegal dumping of debris exacerbate urban environmental challenges. Recycling C&D waste can mitigate these efforts by reducing landfill usage and minimizing pollution. The fourth is related to India's regulatory framework for C&D waste management is evolving over the time. The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change introduced the Construction and Demolition Waste Rule 2016. These rules mandate source segregation, recycling, and the use of recycled product in constructions. Urban local bodies are responsible for implementing these rules and setting up recycling facilities. Despite these regulations, enforcement remain inconsistent and increased compliance is needed to improve the waste management practices. Now we shall see the magnitude of C&D waste in India. India construction boom has led to a substantial increase in construction and demolition waste generation. According to report by Center for Science and Environment, the country produces approximately 150 million ton of C&D waste annually. However, formal collection and processing infrastructure cover only a fraction of this waste, highlighting the need for enhanced waste management system. The composition of C&D waste varies based on the type of construction activities. Approximately 30% of the total C&D waste consists of the concrete, including structural elements like beam and slab. Concrete waste can be recycled into aggregates used for roads, construction, pavement block, and new construction production. Another significant component is excavated material, accounting for 25% of the total waste. This includes soil, sand, and stone, often generated during land preparation and excavation for foundation. Proper reuse of these materials can reduce the demand for virgin resources. Bricks and masonries make up around 15% of the total C&D waste. These materials can be crushed and reused as a base material for roads or as a filler in new construction. The efficient recycling of bricks and concrete helps reduce environmental pollution and raw material consumption. Despite clear opportunity for recycling, India's C&D waste management faces challenges in segregation, collection, and the establishment of recycling plant. The Construction and Demolition Waste Management Rule of 2016 aimed to address these gaps by promoting reuse and mandating recycling facilities in the cities. Now we shall discuss about the quantification of the construction and demolition waste in India. As pointed out earlier, the construction and the demolition waste consist of variety of material including concrete, bricks, wood, metal, and glasses. The CPCB estimates indicate that approximately 12 to 13 million tons of C&D waste are generated annually in India's urban centers alone. The number is expected to rise as the demand for new building infrastructures and urban development increases. The different types of material that make C&D waste includes: first is concrete waste. The concrete is one of the largest component of C&D waste, according for approximately 50 to 60% of the total waste generated. Concrete waste is often generated from demolished building, roads, and infrastructure projects. Proper recycling of concrete can produce aggregates that can be reused in new construction projects. The second is related to the brick waste. Bricks are another significant component of C&D waste, making up about 15 to 20% of the total waste. Broken or discarded bricks are often sent to landfills, although they can be recycled into new bricks or used as an aggregate in construction. The third is related to the wood waste. Wood accounts for around 5 to 10% of C&D waste. It is commonly produced during the demolition of the building and the removal of the furniture, doors, and windows. While wood is biodegradable, it still contributes to overall volume of waste, and improper disposal can cause environmental problems. Fourth is related to the metal waste. Metals like steel, iron, aluminium, and copper contribute around 5 to 10% of the C&D waste. These materials are often recyclable, but improper disposal lead to resource wastage. Recycled metal can be reused in construction and infrastructure projects. The other is related with the glass waste. Glass, through a smaller component of C&D waste, approximately 1 to 5%, can be recycled and reused in construction. However, its disposal is often problematic as it does not degrade naturally and can pose a risk to the environment as well as to the human being. And the other waste generated during the construction and demolition includes plastic, ceramic, and tiles, which together form a small percentage of C&D waste. Although these materials are recyclable, there are limited systems for their processing. The most critical aspect of C&D waste management is ensuring that these materials are segregated at the source and recycle effectively to reduce the environmental impact. Now we shall discuss on the regional distribution of the construction and demolition waste in India, highlighting the contribution from the various urban and rural regions. First is related to major metropolitan areas. India's largest metropolitan cities, Delhi, Bombay, Ahmedabad, and Bengaluru, are responsible for generating nearly 40% of the country's total C&D waste. These cities have undergone rapid infrastructure development, including urban renewal projects, large-scale real estate construction, road expansion, and public transportation system. For instance, Delhi, with its continuous expansion of metro network and flyover, generates significant volume of C&D waste. Mumbai's urban densification and redevelopment of slums contribute heavily to the rise waste level. Similarly, Bangalore booming IT and residential infrastructure sectors make it one of the top C&D waste producer. These metropolitan areas also faces challenges in managing and recycling waste as the disposal often exceed the capacity of the existing treatment plant. The next comes the two-tier and the three-tier cities. Emerging urban centers like Pune, Lucknow, Indore, Chandigarh are experiencing a construction boom due to the increased demand for housing, commercial space, and infrastructure. These cities contribute approximately 30% of the India's C&D waste. Pune's expanding real estate sector and infrastructure projects like Smart City Initiative lead to higher waste volume. Similarly, Lucknow's new roadways and metropolitan construction add to its growing C&D waste problem. Indore, recognized for its urban development, and Chandigarh, with the continuous modernization, are also significant contributors. However, waste management systems in these cities are still evolving with limited recycling infrastructure. The next is related to the rural and semi-urban areas. Although individual rural and semi-urban regions generate less than C&D waste, their collective contribution accounts for about 30% of the national total. This is driven by the rural infrastructure projects such as road construction, housing scheme under government initiatives, and the gradual urbanization of smaller towns. These areas often lack formal waste processing facilities, leading to improper disposal methods like dumping in open lands or water bodies. Overall, the regional distribution of C&D waste in India highlights the needs for comprehensive and decentralized waste management strategy. Strengthening recycling capacity and implementing stricter enforcement of waste handling regulations across all regions is vital. Addressing the unique waste generation pattern in metropolitan, two-tier, and three-tier and rural areas will contribute significantly to sustainable urbanization and environmental preservation. This slide explores the C&D waste management initiatives done in India. Construction and demolition waste management in India has evolved significantly with the policies and initiatives targeting sustainable practices and resource efficiency. Key milestones reflects the country's growing commitment to environmental sustainability. The first is 2016 C&D Waste Management Rule. In 2016, the Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change introduced C&D Waste Management Rule of 2016, the first comprehensive framework dedicated to construction and demolition waste management. These rules mandate waste generation to segregate C&D waste at source, store it within the designated collection points, and ensure its transportation to authorized recycling facilities. Urban local bodies are responsible for establishing waste processing infrastructure and issuing guidelines for reuse and recycling. The rules promote resource recovery by mandating that the government construction projects uses recycled C&D materials for at least 20% of the total material requirement. The next come in 2018, Swachh Bharat Mission Urban. The Swachh Bharat Mission Urban emphasizes effective C&D waste management as a part of its broader goal for clean cities. It encourages the establishment of C&D waste recycling plant and promotes awareness among the builders and municipal corporations to adopt sustainable construction practice. Cities like Delhi and Ahmedabad have implemented large-scale recycling facilities under this initiative. SBMU, that is the Swachh Bharat Mission Urban, has been instrumental in integrating the waste management into the urban planning policies. The next is on 2020, that is National Resource Efficiency Policy, NREP. The National Resource Efficiency Policy of 2020 focuses on reducing material consumption and enhancing resource efficiency across industries, including construction. It promotes circular economy model, emphasizes the recycling and reuse of C&D waste to reduce pressure on the natural resources. The policy aims to set sector-specific targets for recycling and encourages innovation in construction and material derived from recycled waste. The next comes in 2022, that is related with the Extended Producer Responsibility (EPR) in 2022. Extended Producer Responsibility guidelines for C&D waste further strengthen the accountability. Builders and developers are now responsible for ensuring sustainable disposal and recycling of construction debris. The EPR shifts the responsibility for waste management to produce, incentivizing, better designing, and reuse of the material. These initiatives collectively strengthen the India's framework for sustainable C&D waste management, emphasizing resource conservation, enhanced recycling capacity, and environmental protection. Now let us see what are the challenges in construction and demolition waste management. India's growing construction sector generates estimated 150 million tons of construction and demolition waste annually, as pointed out earlier also. Despite of regulatory framework, managing the waste present several significant challenges are there. First one is related to the lack of awareness. A primary challenge of C&D waste management is limited awareness among the stakeholders. Many builders, contractors, construction workers are unaware of proper waste disposal practice, recycling benefit, and compliance with the regulations such as the C&D Waste Management Rule of 2016. Poor segregation at source lead to higher contamination, making recycling less efficient. Public education campaigning and professional training remain inadequate to address this gap effectively. The next is related with insufficient infrastructure. Inadequate processing and recycling facilities are a major hurdle. While cities like Delhi and Bangalore have operational C&D waste recycling plants, the majority of the urban and the rural areas lack similar infrastructure. As of 2023, only a fraction of C&D waste is processed due to limited recycling units and collection points. The absence of adequate logistics for waste transportation further exacerbates the issue, leading to illegal dumping in open space, riverbank, and roadside area. Next is related with the weak enforcement. Weak implementation of C&D waste management regulation contributes to non-compliance. Although the 2016 rule mandate that all local authorities establish waste management plan, enforcement remain lax. Many municipalities lack dedicated monitoring system and resource to ensure proper collection, transportation, and processing of C&D waste. This weak oversight leads to rampant illegal dumping and environmental degradation. The next is related with the economic barriers. The high cost of recycling infrastructure and transportation limits private investment in C&D waste management. Setting up a common construction and demolition waste treatment facilities requires significant capital. Additionally, operational costs are higher, reducing profitability for recyclers. Financial incentives, subsidies, and public private partnership are needed to enhance the economic viability. The last is related with limited market for recycled products. Despite regulatory mandates encouraging the use of recycled material, the market for recycled aggregates and other C and D derived products remains limited. Builders often prefer virgin material due to perceived quality concern, strength of the material, despite evidence showing comparable performance. The lack of quality certification mechanism and promotional strategy further impeded market growth for recycled products. In conclusion, addressing these challenges requires comprehensive awareness campaigning, investment in infrastructure, strict enforcement, and market development strategy. Policy intervention, technological advancement, and the financial support will be critical to transforming C&D waste management into a substantial circular process that protect the environmental and conserve the resources. Let us discuss the impact of construction and demolition waste over the environment and the economy of the business. India's rapid urbanization and infrastructure development generate million tons of C&D waste annually. Mismanagement of these waste poses significant environmental and economic challenges. Let us first explore the environmental impact. The first is related to landfill saturation. The improper disposal of C&D waste has led to the saturation of existing landfill. Since a substantial portion of this waste includes materials like concrete, bricks, debris that are not biodegradable, it consumes valuable landfill space that could otherwise be used for the municipal solid waste. The unauthorized dumping and the C&D waste on roadsides and open space further exacerbates the problem, affecting the urban landscape and the drainage system. The next is related with the air and the water pollution. C&D activities produce dust and particulates matter, that is PM10 and PM2.5, significantly contributing to air pollution in urban areas. Dust from demolition and the construction site causes respiratory issues, particularly in densely populated cities like Delhi and Mumbai. In addition, improper disposal near water bodies can result in sedimentation, buildup, and water pollution, affecting the aquatic ecosystem and reducing the water quality. The next is related with the resource depletion. Construction relies heavily on the natural resources such as sand, stone, and aggregates. Excessive extraction of these materials depletes finite resource leading to soil erosion and habitat destruction. Failure to recycle C&D waste results in increased demand for virgin material and intensified resource exploitation. So these were the environmental, and now shall explore the economic impact. This is now related with the lost economic value. C&D waste contain valuable materials like metals, concrete, and woods that, if recycled, could generate economic returns. However, limited recycling results in the loss of potential revenue. Studies suggest that efficient C&D waste management could significantly reduce costs and enhance the sustainability. Recycling concrete and using secondary aggregates reduces the need for new material, offering economic saving. The next economic impact is related with the increased construction cost, or you can say cost of construction. The lack of affordable recycling infrastructure and proper waste disposal mechanism increase overall construction cost. Builder faces higher expenses when transporting waste to distant disposal site or using expensive virgin material instead of recycled product. Investing in the waste recycling plant and adopting circular economic approach could mitigate these costs. In conclusion, effective C&D waste management is crucial mitigating environmental pollution, conserving natural resources, and realizing the economic value. Implementing stricter regulation, enhancing recycling infrastructure, and fostering market demand for the recycled material will be essential to achieving sustainable construction practice in India. Now let us explore the impact more deeply of C&D waste on the urban development. The impact of the construction and demolition waste on urban development in India is as significant as rapid urbanization drives massive infrastructure and housing projects, generating a vast amount of debris. Improper management of C&D waste hinder sustainable growth in three key areas. The first is related with the urban renewal project. Urban renewable projects in cities like Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore produce large quantities of C&D waste from demolishing old structure. When this waste is not properly recycled or disposed of, it overrunning, landfilling, and open space, leading to land use inefficiency and delay in project timeliness. Effective recycling system reduce debris and ensure smoother, faster urban regeneration projects. However, weak enforcement of C&D waste management rule of 2016 adds to inefficiency. The second is related with the infrastructure development. Major infrastructure initiatives including highways, bridges, and smart city development generate extensive C&D waste. Without efficient recycling plant, these projects causes land and water pollution impacting urban ecosystem. Infrastructure construction also lead to increased resource depletion as natural material like sand and aggregates are used in excess due to limited reuse of recycled material. This escalates project cost and environmental degradation. The third is related with the housing development as per the demand. The booming real estate sector contributes significantly to C&D waste housing projects, especially in Tier 1 city, facing rising construction costs due to inadequate recycling material for construction debris. Managing C&D waste effectively reduces expensive and fostering green building practice. Cities adopting circular economic models for housing projects improve sustainability while reducing the environmental footprint. Addressing the C&D waste challenges requires stringent regulation, investment in recycling infrastructure, and robust market system for recycled materials to support sustainable urban development. Now, since we have discussed the various types of impact on this sector, let us now explore the roles, different kind of roles. The first one is related the role of investors in sustainable construction. The first is related with the financial incentives. The investors play a crucial role in promoting the sustainable construction in India by leveraging various financial incentives. The Indian government offers several incentives such as property tax rebate, reduced permit fee, and increased floor area ratio for green building. These incentives make sustainable projects more financially viable and encourages private sector investment in eco-friendly practice. The next is related with the green building investment. Sustainable construction is gaining traction in India, with investors increasingly focusing on green building projects. Green building not only reduces environmental impact but also offer long-term economic benefit. The leadership in energy and environment design, that is LEED, certification is widely recognized in India, and projects achieving these certificate benefits from the various incentives. Investing in the green building aligned with the India's strategic goal of promoting sustainable development and achieving its environmental, social, governance target. The next is very important, is related with the stakeholder engagement. Effective stakeholder engagement is essential for the success of sustainable construction project. Investors must collaborate with the various stakeholders, including government bodies, local communities, and environmental organizations, to ensure that the sustainability goals are met. Engaging stakeholders earlier in the project helps identify potential challenges and develop strategies to address them, leading to more successful and sustainable outcome. The next is related with the industrial collaboration. The collaboration between the investors and the industrial partner are vital for advancing sustainable construction in India. By partnering with the construction companies, technology providers, and the research institution, investors can drive innovations and implement best practices in sustainable construction. These collaboration helps create a robust market for sustainable products and services, boosting local economies and promoting economic diversification. Overall, investors play a pivotal role in advancing sustainable construction in India by leveraging financial incentives, investing in green building projects, engaging stakeholders, and fostering industrial collaboration. These efforts are not only contribute to the environmental sustainability but also drive economic growth in the social well-being. Now let us explore the role of developers in sustainable construction. Sustainable construction is a critical component of India's efforts to balance economic growth with the environmental responsibility. Developers play a pivotal role in this transaction by adopting eco-friendly practices in material selection, waste reduction, and green building strategy. Let us see one by one. First, material selection. Choosing sustainable materials is a fundamental to reducing the environmental impact of construction projects. Developers can opt for eco-friendly materials such as recycled steel, bamboos, and fly ash bricks. These materials not only minimize the carbon footprint but also promote resource conservation. The use of locally sourced material reduce transportation emission and support local economics. Additionally, material with a low environmental impact, such as those certified by the Green Building Rating System like LEED and GRIHA, ensuring compliance with the sustainability standard. The next is related to the waste reduction strategy. Effective waste management is crucial in sustainable construction. Developers can implement strategies such as designing for material optimizing, which involves reducing the amount of material used and promoting the reuse of construction components. On-site waste segregation and recycling can significantly reduce the amount of waste sent to landfill. Prefabrication and modular construction method minimize waste generation by allowing precise measurement, and efficient use of material. Additionally, using digital tools like building information modeling, that is BIM, helps optimize material usage and reduces over ordering. The next is related with the green building certification. Green building strategy focus on creating energy efficient, water conservation, and environmentally friendly structure. Developers can incorporate renewable energy source like solar panel, energy efficient HVAC system, and LED lighting to reduce energy conservation. Water conservation techniques such as rainwater harvesting and grey water recycling are essential for minimizing water waste. Green building certification like LEED and GRIHA RIA provides framework for developers to follow, ensuring that their projects meet a high sustainability standard. In conclusion, developers in India have a significant role in promoting sustainable construction through careful material selection, effective waste reduction strategies, and comprehensive green building practice. By adopting these practices, developers not only contribute to environmental preservation but also create economically viable and socially responsible projects. Now we shall discuss the role of the construction industries. The construction industry in India plays a pivot role in the nation's economic development, contributing significantly to the GDP and providing employment to the millions. As the industries grow, adopting sustainable construction practice has become increasingly important. Sustainable practice such as using eco-friendly material and energy-efficient design helps reduce the environmental impact of construction projects. For instance, the use of recycled material like fly ash in cement production can significantly lower carbon emission. Investing in waste management technology is another crucial aspect of sustainable construction. Advanced technology can help manage construction and demolition waste more effectively, reducing the amount of waste sent to landfills and promoting recycling. This not only minimizes the environmental harm but also contribute to resource efficiency. Partnering with the waste management company is essential for ensuring proper waste disposal and recycling. Collaboration with the specialized companies can enhance the industry's ability to handle waste responsibly and sustainably. These partnerships can also lead to innovative solutions for the waste reduction and management, further supporting the industry's sustainable goals. By adopting sustainable practice, investing in the waste management technologies, and partnering with the waste management companies, the construction industries in India can contribute to a greener and more sustainable future. Now we shall discuss the sustainable solution for construction and demolition. The construction and demolition industry in India is a significant contributor to country's GDP but also generate a substantial amount of waste. Implementing sustainable solution in this sector is critical for environmental preservation and resource efficiency. First is related with the waste minimization and tracking. Minimization waste begins with the efficient design and construction practice. This involves using accurate measurement, optimizing material use, and employing modular construction techniques that generate less waste. Tracking waste generation through digital tools like building information modeling allow for precise monitoring, help to identify and address inefficiency promptly. The next is related with the waste segregation and recycling. Effective waste segregation at source is essential for recycling efforts. Materials such as concrete, wood, metal, and plastic should be separated to facilitate their recycling. Recycling these materials reduces demand for the virgin resources and lower the environmental impact. Recycled material can be reintroduced into the construction process, promoting a circular economy. For example, using recycled concrete aggregates in a new construction project is an eco-friendly practice gaining traction in India. The next is related with the waste treatment and processing. Waste treatment involves various methods to process waste, making it safer and more manageable. Biological treatment process like compositing can handle organic waste effectively. Chemical treatments can detoxify hazardous materials, ensuring they don't harm the environment. Mechanical process such as crushing and screening can prepare material for recycling. These treatment methods help reduce the volume and toxicity of construction and demolition waste. The next is most important is related with the waste to energy solution. Waste to energy solutions are innovative approach to managing construction and demolition waste. The technologies like incineration and gasification convert waste into energy, providing a dual benefit of the waste reduction and energy generation. These processes help divert waste from landfills and contributes to India's renewable energy goal. For instance, the implementation of the waste to energy plant in urban areas can significantly reduce the waste burden while generating electricity. Implementing these sustainable solutions requires collaboration among the government agency, private sectors, and local communities. By adopting waste minimization, segregation, recycling, treatment, and waste to energy solution, the construction and demolition industry in India can move towards a more sustainable and environmentally responsible for future. Now, the next rule is related with the research and development. The construction and demolition industry in India is a significant contributor to waste generation, necessitating effective management strategy. Research and development, that is R&D, plays a crucial role in addressing these challenges through innovative solutions such as waste to energy technologies, material recovery and recycling, and sustainable construction material. First is related to the waste to energy technologies. Waste to energy technology offer a sustainable solution by converting waste material into energy. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy in India promotes various waste to energy options, including the biomethanation, which converts organic waste into biogas and manure. This not only helps in managing the waste but also generate renewable energy. The next is related with the material recovery and recycling. Recycling construction material is essential for reducing environmental impact. Techniques such as remanufacturing, downcycling, and upcycling are employed to recover and reuse material like concrete, bricks, wood, and metals. This approach minimizes waste conservation, resource, and support a circular economy. The next is related with the sustainable construction material. The use of sustainable material in construction is a gaining traction. These materials such as recycled concrete and eco-friendly bricks reduce the environmental footprint of construction projects. R&D efforts focus on developing new material and improving existing ones to enhance their performance and sustainability. Overall, R&D and the construction and demolition industry is vital for promoting sustainable practice and reducing environmental impact. By leveraging waste to energy technology, material recovery and recycling and sustainable construction material, India can move towards more sustainable and efficient construction sector. Now we shall discuss some of the best international practices. The construction and demolition industry in India can benefit from international best practices to enhance the sustainability and efficiency. Here are some notable examples. First is related with the Singapore's waste to energy approach. Singapore has successfully implemented waste to energy approach, converting construction and demolition waste into energy and significantly reducing landfill reliance. The National Environmental Agency oversees waste management, ensuring a high recycling rate of 99% of construction and demolition waste since 2013. This approach not only manages waste effectively but also generates renewable energy. The next country is Japan's construction recycling system. Japan has well-established construction recycling system supported by the Construction Material Recycling Law enacted in 2000. This law mandates contractors to sort and recycle specific construction material such as concrete, asphalt, and wood from demolition project. The system includes strict regulations and incentives to promote recycling, aiming for a recycling rate of 95% for specified construction material. The next is related with the European Union. The European Union Landfilling Directive aims to minimize landfilling by promoting waste prevention, reuse, and recycling. The directive sets target for C&D waste recycling, requires EU countries to achieve a minimum of 70% of recycling rate by 2025. This directive encourages a circular economy, reducing the environmental impact of waste disposal. By adopting these international benefits practice, India's construction and demolition industries can enhance its sustainability efforts, reduces waste, and contributes to a great future. Now let us take one of the interesting case study from India, that is Hyderabad Construction and Demolition Waste Recycling Initiative. Hyderabad has taken significant strides in managing construction and demolition waste through a comprehensive recycling initiatives. The Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation has implemented several measures to ensure effective waste management and promote sustainability. The first is related with the waste segregation at source. One of the key components of Hyderabad initiative is the waste segregation at source. The Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation mandates that construction and demolition waste be segregated into different categories such as concrete, wood, metal, and plastic before it is collected. This segregation facilitates efficient recycling and reduces contamination, making the recycling process more effective. The next is related with the recycling facilities. The Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation has established multiple recycling facilities to process construction and demolition waste. Two major processing plants are located at Jidimilta and Fatulugoda, which each with a capacity to handle 500 tons of waste per day. Additionally, plans are underway to set up two more plants in Shamshadabad and Shimarpet to further enhance the city's recycling capability. These facilities convert waste into valuable recycled products such as sand, aggregate, tiles, and precast wall blocks. The next and the most important is a public awareness campaign. Public awareness is a crucial for success for any recycling initiative. The Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation conduct regular awareness campaigning to educate citizens, contractors, and builders about the importance of proper waste segregation and recycling. This campaigning aims to change public behavior and encourage responsible waste disposal practice by involving the community. The Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation ensures that a large quantity of construction and demolition waste is recycled and reused, promoting a circular economy. Hyderabad's construction and demolition waste recycling initiative serve as a model for other cities in India, demonstrating the importance of segregation, recycling facilities, and public awareness in achieving sustainable waste management. Now let us discuss what are the government initiatives and the policy in this regard. The Indian government has implemented several initiatives and policies to manage construction and demolition waste effectively. These efforts aims to promote sustainable practices and reduces environmental impact. First is National Green Tribunal (NGT). The National Green Tribunal plays a pivot role in enforcing environmental law related to construction and demolition waste. Established under the National Green Tribunal Act of 2010, the NGT ensures timely resolution of environmental disputes and promotes sustainable development. The NGT has jurisdiction over cases involving air, water, and soil pollution, industrial emission, waste management, and deforestation. The second is related with the Solid Waste Management Rule of 2016. The Solid Waste Management Rule of 2016 introduced by the Ministry of Environment forest and climate change extend beyond municipal areas to include urban agglomeration, census town, and industrial township. These rules mandate segregation of waste at source, promote recycling, and set target for waste processing. The rules also emphasizes the responsibility of waste generation to segregate waste into wet, dry, and hazardous category. And the third is related with the state level policies for construction and demolition waste. Several state level policies complement national initiatives by addressing specific regional needs. For example, the Construction and Demolition Waste Management Rule of 2016 outlined detailed duties and responsibility for stakeholders including waste generation, urban local bodies, and the state and the central ministries. States like Delhi and Ahmedabad have pioneered construction and demolition waste management through public-private partnership demonstrating sustainable practices. These initiatives and policy collectively contribute to a more sustainable and efficient management of construction and demolition waste in India, promoting environmentally protection and resource conservation. Now the time has come to discuss about the future need of the construction and demolition sector. The future of the construction and demolition waste sector in India demands comprehensive strategies to reduce environmental impact and boost economic benefits. With the rapid urbanization, effective waste management is essential for sustainable growth. Three critical areas need to be focused. First, reducing landfill reliance. India generates an estimate of 150 million tons of construction and demolition waste annually, most of which ends up in overburdened landfills. The need to reduce landfill dependency by 100% is vital to reclaim urban land, prevent pollution, and minimize health hazard. Policy encourage on-site waste segregation and better enforcement of C&D waste management rule of 2016 can significantly lower landfill use. Investment in the waste processing and recycling plant will also curb discriminate dumping. The next is related with the increasing recycling rate by 50%. Currently, India recycling rate of construction and demolition waste is very low at around 1%. The sector must aim for a 50% increase to promote sustainable construction. Efficient reuse of concrete, bricks, and metals can reduce resource depletion. Integrating circular economy models and mandating recycled material use in construction projects will accelerate progress. Delhi and Ahmedabad have set up construction and demolition waste recycling plant as a pilot model for replication across city. The next is related with the creating 10 billion US dollar green job market. The construction and demolition waste sector has the potential to generate $10 billion in green jobs, enhancing the livelihood while protecting the environment. Expansion of recycling facilities combined with the technology driven sorting can create jobs in the waste management, material recovery, and logistics. Public private partnership and incentives for entrepreneurs in recycling will further develop this industry. Prioritizing these areas will enable India to build a sustainable, resource efficient future while boosting its economy and conserving the environment. Now, since we have discussed the policy level intervention, let us see what are the recommendations for the investors in construction and demolition sector. Investing in the construction and demolition sector in India offers significant opportunities for growth and sustainability. Here are some key recommendations for the investors. The first is related with the investment in sustainable construction companies. Investors should consider funding companies that focus on sustainable construction practice. These companies are developing innovative solutions to reduce environmental impact, such as using recycled material and energy efficient technology. For example, startups like Anguris and Recycle X are creating environmentally friendly building material from construction waste and plastic waste. Supporting such companies can drive the adaptation of sustainable practice in the industry. The second is related with the fund waste management infrastructure. Investing in the waste management infrastructure is crucial for effective construction and demolition waste management. Waste to Wealth mission, spearheaded by the Office of the Principal Scientific Advisory to the Government of India, aims to transform waste management through advanced technology. Investors can support projects that convert waste to valuable resources such as energy and recycled material. This not only helps in reducing landfill waste but also create economic value. The next is related again, I am explaining the support of research and innovation. Encouraging research and innovation in the construction and demolition sector is essential for developing new technologies and practice. The Construction Innovation Hub promotes collaboration and knowledge sharing among the stakeholders to tackle challenges in the industries. Investors can fund research initiatives focused on the sustainable construction material, smart building, and renewable energy substance. Supporting innovation will lead to more efficient and environmentally friendly construction practice. So here comes the end of the series related to waste management. Hope the series would have been very informative. So before winding up today's presentation, let us recall what we have covered today. We started with the introduction to the topic on demolition and construction waste, a growing challenge for India, followed by overview of the construction and demolition waste in India, as well as discuss about the magnitude as well quantification of construction and demolition waste in India. Further, regional distribution and initiative taken of construction and demolition waste in India were also discussed. The topic continued exploring the challenges and impact of construction and demolition waste management, also described in this context to the urban development. Beside, the role of investors, developers, and of the construction industries were also discussed in context to sustainable construction solution. According to the need, the role of research and development and the best practices at international and national level were also discussed for construction and demolition waste sector. Later highlighted the government initiatives and policy and the future needs with the recommendation for investors were elaborated for the construction and demolition sector. Now, I think the viewers are very much delighted because they have been introduced the never ending waste management series. But wait, there is still some more issues which are directly linked with this sector. So stay tuned till next week before we dive into a new interesting topic on linking circular economy to waste management sector in India. Till then, bye bye.